Welcome to the show, everybody. We have tons of topics to talk about today. I'm your host, James Cross. Alongside me is Mr. Happy Pants himself.
I'm Andy.
He's Andy. We want you to join us on this ride as we all become a legend of the nerds. All right, we have tons to go over today, Andy. Bunch of great news about comic books, TV shows, and other fun topics. They all come to our friends at thecomicbookcast.com. First off, how you doing today?
Same old, same old. Can't complain here.
Same old, same old. How's work? Work good?
Work's always work.
Work is always work, but this is where the real fun work really is,
Exactly.
right? All right. I've had a very dull week myself.
I usually do.
All right. First up, big news with the back in 2012, Nickelodeon came out with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not particularly great on the animation style.
No, to me, it almost seems like it's taking a step back in animation. It kind of reminds me of, like, I'm not complaining, but I enjoy South Park, for instance. But South Park has always been a lot of,
I have a term for this.
like paper cutouts and stuff like that. And that's what it reminds me of. Like, I remember when we watched Turtles back in the early 80s, late 90s, and it's actually hand drawings of the Turtles and stuff. It's like the comic book art.
Yeah.
And it just seemed much better. It just seems like it took a step back, Nickelodeon's doing.
It really did. It's all done by computer animation style. I don't think it's really hand-drawn anymore, you know? It's just lazy animation compared to the 1987 version of the Turtles that we both grew up and loved.
Exactly.
I enjoyed that a lot more. What is kind of interesting, though, is the voice actors they have running the Turtles right now. A lot of big actors are in there. Leonardo had two giant actors. Starting off, when they first started, was Seth Green was the voice of Leonardo.
Which shocks me because it's like Seth Green to me is this funny guy.
Yeah.
And Leonardo, for a character, is very serious. Well, he's the leader. He's Master Splinter, basically. And to me, it just didn't seem like Seth Green, I think, could pull off Mr. Serious.
Well, apparently Nickelodeon Studios felt the same way. But they decided to make another mistake by casting Mr. Jason Biggs as Leonardo's voice.
That's even worse.
That is way worse. I mean, I've seen Jason Biggs do some kind of serious roles here and there, but overall, he's just a goof comedian. He's really not that good.
Yeah.
I mean, his biggest role is what, American Pie?
Basically, it's one of the only... When I think of him, that's the first place I go
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
And now, he is on Orange is the New Black,
I
that
haven't even seen
Netflix
one.
show.
I haven't even seen one episode of it. I mean, it's just me, I guess.
No, it's not just you. I tried it
A lot of
out.
people like it.
It was terrible. It was a terrible show. It's a very terrible show. Well, then we have Raphael, which is Sean Astin, which I felt was a really good choice.
Again, for me,
You know who Sean Astin is?
do I know who Sean Astin is? Really?
Hey, that's why.
Rudy.
There you go. Okay. You and Rudy. All right. I think I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings, but okay.
We'll go there too. We'll go, what else? 51st Dates. He plays a little roided brother.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
He was in episode 24 too.
it's just another one for me. I think goofball.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Goofball.
and Raphael's this hard-nosed, grind to the pavement guy.
I think Sean Astin could pull it off though. I mean, I've heard him speak it. He does a great job. Another big name is Josh Peck, plays Casey Jones.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like Josh Peck. One of my favorite movies is a independent movie he did called ATM. I'm not sure if you've seen this or not.
No.
Him and a couple of friends get stuck in ATM. Like, it's in the middle of a parking lot. ATM's inside a glass building, you know, for safety. And there's a stalker outside trying to get them, you know? It's a really intense movie. He also was in the Ice Age, the Meltdown, I believe. So he has done voice acting, so I can see him do it. Then the big name is Clancy Brown.
which I didn't know who this was, and then you started saying earlier, telling me about what he's done, and then I'm like trying to put two and two together. So
He's just like Ron Perlman, you know?
Yeah.
He's one of those big names that you don't recognize the name until you're like, oh, that's what he does. Then you remember everything he does. And the guy's amazing, you know? His stuff on The Flash alone was phenomenal. You know? Remember him in Flash? He played the General?
the general.
No?
No, not putting two and two together right now.
Season 1 in The Flash, he was one of the generals in just, you know, well, you watch Flash because it's amazing anyways.
Oh, wait, yeah. He's the, I remember him.
Yeah, so you should, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, the biggest part, the news, the big news that drops is Mark Hamill. Do I need to remind you who that is?
I mean, you might have to.
Okay. He joins the cast playing Kavix, which is some sort of outer dimension alien voice for the show. I guess they're gonna bring him in for the next season.
Now, really, I was thinking about this. Mark Hamill, we all know, obviously, Luke Skywalker, and then the Joker in the animation of DC. Amazing Joker. Do you really think Mark Hamill's getting back into this because, I want to kind of get back into this? Or maybe just because all of a sudden now, let's dig him out of the archives, basically. I'm just saying, I haven't seen much of Mark Hamill, and then all of a sudden, Star Wars comes out, and he's like, oh, everyone remembers me, and now I'm getting called to do the Joker again.
He has done a lot of independent films, too. He has one movie called Sushi Girl. Mm-hmm. It was this independent film in, like, Japan, I think. And he just played this, like, really crazy, like, serial killer. And it's just it's a crazy movie.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of voice acting. A lot of voice acting.
I know he did. It's just...
does. Still does.
Okay.
He's been nonstop
it
working.
Just, for me, it seems like all of a sudden we hadn't heard from him for the longest time. Then Star Wars came out, and it's like, now I get a call. We're doing the Laughing Joe... is it the Laughing Joe? The new Joker movie. The new DC animation that he's doing.
Yeah. You had to bring that up.
Something joke. I can't think of it. But you know what I mean. It's like, me personally, haven't heard from him, and then, bam, all of a sudden.
Oh, man, now it's going to drive me crazy I figure that out. Have you seen that show, Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
He's
not a big fan.
He's been on that show a lot. He does a lot of stuff in that.
Everybody's on that show.
Yeah, and, he still does a lot of, he just does a lot of DC stuff, too.
He's such a big voicing actor. How come he didn't have any lines in Star Wars?
Because he doesn't need lines.
He just had this look.
That one look, that was it. That was it right there.
That, I need to go to the bathroom look.
Wow, that is crazy. All right, so that was the big news in there. But seriously, let's compare the Turtles TV show to the movie right now, because now you have a brand new TV show, and you have the brand new movies coming out. Mm-hmm. I know you haven't seen much of the TV show at all, and you're a huge fan of the movies. I don't know why, but I mean, like, what storyline do you think they're going with the storyline?
I mean, just looking, I know Nickelodeon owns it and all that stuff, but to me, just watching the trailers, it seems like they really aren't going towards the Nickelodeon series. I mean, they might. I don't watch them, so I don't know how much is the same from the 80s, 90s TV series. But when you're bringing in these new characters that we're seeing in the trailers, it reminds me of watching the 80s and 90s series.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure in the Nickelodeon cartoon, Krang was in it. Mm-hmm. Like, other guys were in it, too. Mm-hmm. I enjoy the TV show more because they can stretch the storyline out more instead of trying to, like, throw it onto a ball. Here's a 2-hour ball of a storyline.
Yep.
Enjoy crap. That's what I see.
And I mean, maybe Nickelodeon even took some storylines and stuff and characters from the original Turtles, too. I mean,
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they took a lot from the comics, too.
Because, like I said, at the end of the first Turtles movie, one of the great things I loved was the Turtle van. Because who, as a kid back in our generation, didn't have the Turtle van?
Right.
So, I mean, it was great seeing that. And in the trailer, it starts off with them chasing after, like, the Foot Clan in the van.
Yeah.
So.
And just let you know, that Mark Hamill Joker one you talking about, It's called The Killing Joke.
The Killing. I knew it was
Killing
something joke. I said laughing
which is weird. 'Cause
joke.
I own the comic, and it was an amazing comic book. Have you read that comic book?
I haven't, but I know you've told me everything about it.
Yeah, it was an epic one. That's one when Barbara Gordon gets shot in the back,
Oh, okay.
becomes paralyzed. Then she eventually becomes Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, we got the Charles coming out, both done by Nickelodeon. So it's the director I'm really worried about.
Is it a singer again?
No, it's not a singer. It's the guy who did all the Transformers movies. That goofball. The Turtles, and he did Transformers. What the heck is his name?
Is that Cameron?
No, it's not. No, he's good. We like him. Transformers.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the Transformers movies either. So
The fifth one's coming out too. You hear about that?
yeah, but what are they going to do now? I mean,
Michael Bay.
Oh, that yeah. There
Michael
you go.
Bay. He's a great action director. When it comes to fantasy stuff, I don't like him.
Sure, remember that whole Michael Bay thing because it was him and Megan Fox, their arguments and stuff. I sure remembered that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm off
yeah.
the ball today. A little off the ball.
That's all right. So yeah, that's big news out of Turtles World. Is that Mark Hamill is joining it. Fantastic nerd to join a fantastic universe like the Turtles. Right?
If you say.
I say so. Next, we have another topic that's coming out. This one is very close and dear to your heart, I know. We're talking about in 2017, the Power Rangers movie is coming out.
Mm-hmm. Long time coming. They've been talking about this for years, doing the remake and the reboot of it. They've already on TV rebooted because I mean they've made series after series after series, and it's starting to get a little ridiculous.
Right.
It only can last like a season and stuff now. I mean, the furthest I went was like 2000. Growing up watching it was maybe like 2004 kind of thing, and then after that it just starts getting boring. And instead of remaking another series or another season of the show, for instance, they decided let's kind of reboot the very first, the Mighty Morphin saga. So it's pretty neat because now they're rebooting the movie too.
Well, I am glad that they took so much time on this because of the fact that it seems like they're taking time. Seems like they actually want to do it right for the fans. Mm-hmm. And that's what they should be doing. So the big news from this one is that they have released some of the cast.
Yes.
The biggest cast one is the first villain that came out of it.
Rita Repulsa.
That's right. Played by Elizabeth Banks.
Mm-hmm. And my opinion basically on her, I think is going to pull off a great Rita Repulsa.
Okay.
Because of the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. Just look at her getup in the Hunger Games. It kind of reminded me of a little Rita Repulsa in the getup. So I think Rita Repulsa isn't really this super villain where you're scared of a villain kind of thing, or she's kind of a funny villain to me.
Well, they're kind of all funny villains, honestly.
It's true. It's just, I think she'll be able to pull it off. So
that was one of the biggest news is that let's talk more in depth about the movie itself, comparing it to the 93 version of the show with the technology, how much technology has changed between now and then.
Oh,
because back then, I liked the show because it was everybody jumping in costumes, get on set.
Exactly.
That's what I liked, Even all the villains just wore these crazy
and
get-ups.
You literally trained in martial arts every day.
Yeah.
If you didn't know a thing martial arts, you would at the end of a season, which was a great thing too. Instead of having someone behind the costume that you never just doing it for you. For you.
Do you think they're going to do costumes again, or do you think it's going to be all CGI stuff?
I think it's going to be costumes, but we're going to see a lot of. I mean, CGI is the wave of the future. It's what's going on right now.
Too much CGI makes a movie like crap, Andy. You know that. I mean, that's why Transformers. That's why Michael Bay is really terrible at making movies now.
Well, you could say that for everything.
He makes all of his movies inside his tiny little warehouse.
You enjoy Green Lantern. That's all CGI. Literally he doesn't wear that costume.
Really
he
good.
doesn't wear the costume. It's CGI. Everything in it is CGI. That's how everything's become nowadays. Like for instance, when you brought this up to me before today with the idea, my first thought was in the early 90s when they like go into the Megazords and they're fighting the villain all blown up, kind of.
Okay.
You see the Zord and the villain fighting, and all it is two toys, literally,
Yeah.
and they're paper buildings
Yeah.
or plastic buildings. You think they're going to do that again for this movie? No.
Top Go animation? I hope so.
They're going to go CGI with the buildings and everything. So, I mean,
Let's do Stop Go animation. That'd be great.
it's just it's the wave of the future.
I know. What about the dialogue? Remember how they used to talk back in the day?
Not really.
Not really.
I try not
It was
to.
all really just corny 90s stock, you know? Do you think they're going to make it a little more adult content in there, or going to keep it wicked kid-friendly?
It's going to be PG. It's
Well, PG now and PG back then are completely different. I mean, PG now, some of the stuff I want my kids to watch
I
because
see-
of the dialogue.
I see it being like the first Turtles movie that came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
I see that type of dialogue, where your younger kids are going to want to see it because it's Power Rangers.
Right.
You probably might take them, or you might not,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think it'll be PG-13. So
No,
anybody
no.
will be able to go see it.
You just can't judge movies on ratings anymore because you do a lot of dirty jokes and stuff and call it PG.
This is true.
You know, so that stuff you
Like,
don't need.
like for
in
instance, you just brought that up. I just thought of it. And for the Turtles movie, you got Megan Fox in there, obviously, who's like the heartthrob kind of
Yep.
thing, where she's sticking out of a window and the guy's trying to pull her back in, but her butt in his face kind of thing.
movies. Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of a dirty joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to
it's
grab her to
that
pull
kind
her
of
back
stuff,
in,
and they
but
still call it PG. It's like, how's that okay for younger viewers to look at? You know, it's like sometimes we can't be pushing that kind of envelope.
True.
You know, I don't want to see that kind of stuff, but we probably will because of, well, like you said, times have changed. You know?
I still seeing it being more towards kid friendly.
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope they really put some really killer music in it too.
Now, I know if we're talking development of the movie and the storyline here, my biggest thing is, and I think this is their path that they're going down, is we have the 5 original Rangers and Rita Repulsa, which is the first villain, which is
Okay.
how it should be. She pops out of the little tunnel thing from the astronauts on the moon and all that
All
stuff.
right.
Some people are
Is that
gonna,
how it was?
Yeah.
She just pops up. I
Ba-
totally
ba-
don't remember this.
basically all it is these 2 astronauts on the moon, and there's this like manhole thing on the moon.
A manhole on the moon.
Yeah, it's what she got trapped in by the original Rangers,
It's fantastic.
and they pry it open, and she just pops out.
Now, is this in the original movie or is this the episodes?
The episode, the very first, the pilot for the Saban brand Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, I gotta go watch this tonight.
I mean, she pops out along with Goldar and all them, and she wants to take over Earth. Zordon all of a sudden the command center pops up in the desert somewheres. Tells Alpha, "Get me 5 teenagers with attitude," and whoop,
That's fantastic.
So I mean, from what I've read, that's how it's going to start, which is great. My thing is, I don't want to hear these fans out there, like we complain all the time, these fans about Green Lantern complaining about the movie. I don't want them complaining, well, where's Tommy? Where's the Green Ranger? Green Ranger doesn't come in to the storyline for a year down the road.
Well, you know, if any real fan, they won't have a problem with that.
Because
They will have a
that's
problem
what I'm
with
saying. The storyline so far to me is playing out very well. Where if this movie turns out to be a blockbuster like some people want it to be, and they can do multiple sequels, the second movie will be your introduction into Tommy, into
You're
the Green
already
Ranger.
green light in the second movie, huh?
Exactly.
It's not even,
That's
we're a
how.
year away.
If you're gonna do a reboot and try to take things that happened from the original one, that's how you do it. So much happened between pilot and Green Ranger.
I don't think they have a script yet. You already green lighted in the second movie.
Just saying. That's how it should be.
All right. Well, I guess in another year we'll find out how it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Speaking of Power Rangers, let's talk about our top 5, huh?
Let's go.
Are you ready for the top 5? Now, we talked about how, they've already casted the villain, and they did already cast most of the Power Rangers as well.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to that in a little
We
bit.
will get to that, but right now, I thought it'd be fun if we did our own little fancy casting on who we think should be in the movie instead.
Exactly.
All right? So, and just so you know, I did add the Green Ranger on here.
Okay.
I will take him out and we'll talk him.
Did you put in your villain too? Who you'd want for a villain? For me, I just did the Rangers
I just did the Rangers.
because like I said, I
Because
think
to me, they're going to be the main
I think
story. And
Elizabeth Banks has the look,
I think she'd be great. Absolutely.
and whoever plays Goldar, I don't think will have a face. It's a monster
Yeah,
face.
so it's just going to be a mask anyways.
Yeah.
Hopefully a mask. So when you run us through your top
I
5.
had qualifications for me to. You have to be a certain age. I thought.
You had 8 qualifications.
Because
okay.
to me, if you're too old of an actor, like even 30s to me, it's hard for me to say you have that look to pull off a high school kid.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Pink Ranger. Pink Ranger to me is someone, she has to have that really, sex sells nowadays.
Unfortunately, you're right.
So the Pink Ranger has that good look to her.
Okay.
So to me, but I want someone who I thought could kick butt a little bit. Word punning here on a movie, Kick Ass.
Fair enough.
Chloe Grace, I can't ever say her last name, Mortz. She played Hit Girl in Kick Ass.
Okay.
And then she's been played the Carrie movie. You know who she is?
Yeah, I know exactly who she is. Yeah.
I just feel like she has the it factor to be the Pink Ranger.
All right.
So Blue Ranger, Billy, he's the nerd of the group. I put Logan Learman as my Blue Ranger.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's actually that's a good thought.
Red Ranger, he's the leader of the group. I put Josh Hutcherson. I think he could pull off
Really?
a Red Ranger. I
right.
give him a little bit more credit
All
than
right.
people think. Yellow Ranger, Trini. I put she's from the Flash
Wait,
universe.
what was her name?
Trini.
Oh, okay.
She's the Yellow Ranger. It's hard to pronounce her name, but it's like Marcy Joe. She has a weird name. She's Asian American. I don't know if you remember in the Flash, Barry dated her. She writes the sports columns at
Yes, I remember.
yeah, and she's also Dr. Light in Earth too.
Yes.
I put her in as my Yellow Ranger.
Crazy. All right.
And my Black Ranger, I put someone a big name here.
Okay.
I went with Jaden Smith as my Black Ranger.
All right. I thought your list was gonna be crappy. I like that one.
About time you like one of my lists.
I liked it. I totally didn't
It
think.
only
of
took a year.
I like that one. James Smith's pretty good.
So now go ahead, hit me with yours.
All right. Name color. Let's start with
Okay, I had Pink Ranger.
Okay. I put Chloe Bennett.
Oh, from Shield.
Agents of Shield. Absolutely. I put her down.
Nice.
I thought she'd be a really good pick because she's done this kind of work anyways, and she's got that young.
That's where I
looking
went
face,
with-
So I thought she'd fit real good.
And that's
there.
why I went with mine too,
Yeah.
because from the movies and stuff, she can pull that off.
Yeah. Yep.
Blue Ranger, Billy, our nerd.
Blue Ranger. I switched on you. You know, I always had issues doing this, but I did it for you. All right. I put Sam Jones the third in there.
Are you serious?
I did. You know, from Smallville.
Oh, I know who Sam. Yeah.
I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I really like this kid as an actor anyways. I bet you he'd be real good in
Now,
this.
do you think that's where I got my qualification thing? Do you think he's too old to play this part?
No.
I mean, he's like 35, 38, somewhere.
I mean, you can do a lot with cameras and makeup. I think you'd do good.
Okay.
I really do.
So we got our Red Ranger, our leader.
Red Ranger. You're gonna love this. I put Miles Teller in this.
I almost actually put him as my Blue Ranger.
Is he Blue Ranger?
As my Blue Ranger, because I think he can pull off from Fantastic Four with the glasses and everything.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
almost looked like a Billy to me.
Yeah. Because I thought about Fantastic Four, and I also thought the Divergent series.
Yep.
With him being in those too. I was like, you know what? I like it.
He's got the Billy look. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And he's already pulled off that role of being a young high school college kid, because in Fantastic Four, he gets picked to work on this project in high school.
Yeah.
So
All right, what's next color?
we have Yellow, Trini.
Yellow. Okay. I'm shooting out there with this one. I put Katie Lotz down.
Okay, who's she?
She is from Legends of Tomorrow. She is the White Canary.
I have problems with it. Because you know how you have problems with Superman, for instance, Man of Steel. Instead of Jimmy Olsen, we have, what was it, Jamie Olsen or something like that? Or
Yeah, Jenny Olsen.
Jenny. And you complain Jimmy Olsen, is a name in Superman, and it should be a guy, not a girl.
Right.
My thing is, if you have a girl named Trini, and she's supposed to be an Asian American person, that's why I went and looked up literally all the Asian American actresses.
See, I didn't even think about that. I just casting.
Yep.
It's not a tight cast, it's a loose cast.
So that's where I went. I'm like,
Yeah,
if you
so-
want to stick to make it original, that's where I went. And that's why I went with Jaden Smith as my Black Ranger, Zach.
Right.
Because Zach is African American. So Black Ranger, Zach.
Black Ranger. You ready for this? John Boyega.
John Boyega.
Yeah. Really?
Don't recall.
He was the main character in Force Awakens. Black guy?
Oh, Finn.
Finn.
Okay. Well, he's new. That's the first thing I've ever seen him in. Like, I'm going to remember his name.
Did you watch Star Wars?
Yes, but I
Then
know.
you should
I
know
just
his
know
name.
Finn.
All right, so is that all of them? I think that's all of them, right?
That's all.
That's all of them.
I'm sorry. Mine. We'll just say we'll keep everyone on my list. Your list can be garbage.
No. No. I do like Jane Smith, though. I do.
You need a big name.
I do. I like that one. Yeah. Jane Smith is pretty good.
Well, I'm putting him down as our top 5 Black Ranger.
That's a Black Ranger, huh? All right. Let's do Blue Ranger.
Being the
Just put down Sam Jones because he's the best pick, anyways.
Blue Ranger. I didn't think you had Sam Jones, or did you have? No, that's right. You had Miles as your Red Ranger, right?
Yeah.
I actually think Miles should be the Blue Ranger because he was my first pick. He has that Billy look. My other one was Logan Learman, who you like.
I do like Logan. I really do.
I don't think Sam Jones. I will not put Sam Jones down.
I'll put him down.
He is not a Blue Ranger.
What do you think he is then?
He's too old.
He's too old. How old is he?
He's like 38.
He's like 30. No, he's not. No way.
You have to choose between Miles. I don't see Miles being a Red Ranger either.
He's 32.
It's old.
I'm 32.
Yeah, you're old.
All right, you have Logan Learman down?
As a Blue Ranger, yeah.
All right, I like Logan anyways. It's a terrible choice. All right. What's next? Pick a color.
Red Ranger.
Let's do red last.
Okay.
You go leader.
Pink. I have Chloe Grace. You have
Chloe Bennett.
Chloe Bennett. Oof.
Chloe Bennett. She's a much better actress. Chloe Bennett. She's a much better actress.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I do like her though,
All right, who's your Yellow Ranger?
because like I said, the whole sex sells kind of thing. And
Who's your Yellow Ranger?
the only one who on this list who makes sense was
Oh, that chick from Flash, right?
yeah, I never can pronounce her
Yeah,
name.
the chick from Flash.
Chick from Flash.
I like mine though. I like Katie Lutz. She's a good actress.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Casting these days don't make sense. Have you watched new movies?
Wait till we get to the cast of the.
Or did you miss out on Fantastic Four?
Hey, that movie was amazing. I bought that
movie was
movie.
terrible. Okay,
I bought
haven't
that
seen
movie.
it yet.
You will see it.
Ugh,
If I have to duct tape you to the couch and you watch it.
give me a. All right.
Yellow. We got the yellow. We're keeping that. Red Ranger.
Who'd you have?
I had Josh Hutcherson.
He's too old.
Oh yes, but Sam Jones III is a perfect fit.
Okay, Miles Teller.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Your list.
Come on.
Your list is horrible.
He was your leader in Fantastic Four. Why don't
Yes,
we
because
the
Reed
Power Rangers?
Richards is a nerd. He's a goofball.
Reed Richards not a goofball.
You know what I mean? He's a know-it-all.
He doesn't know it all. Yeah.
And that's Miles Teller plays the know-it-all in the movie. It was great.
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know. All right. So is that all 5?
Unfortunately,
All right.
I got to know this. I want to know, being the fact I think your list is horrible here.
Wow.
Who'd you have as your Tommy?
The Green Ranger.
Yeah.
I had Dylan Minnett.
Okay, who's that?
The guy from Goosebumps. He was Donnie Gill in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The guy who froze everything
Okay,
in season 1.
no, I know who you're talking about. I just
Yeah, it was tough because I mean, like you said, one aspect was it had to be young looking, you know, and it was tough for me to find a list of young actors and actresses that one wasn't so far in the independent film that nobody knew them,
Yep.
but I didn't want them to be like top-notch stars either.
Yep.
You know, so I was grabbing from everywhere. And Goosebumps was a huge hit, and I'm sure he did pretty good in that movie. So
I haven't seen it yet, but plan on watching it.
yeah, I might
Just
check
because
it out, too.
Jack Black's in it.
Yeah.
So, okay, there we go. We have.
Did you cast the Green Ranger?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay.
So, let's do a recap right now, real quick. So, for our fantasy top 5, who would play our Legend of the Nerds Power Rangers? Pink Ranger, we have the fabulous looking Chloe Bennett. Blue Ranger, we have Logan Learman. Hey, if he can pull off a demigod, he can pull off Billy.
Maybe.
We have the Black Ranger, the one and only Jaden Smith. Yellow Ranger, can't ever pronounce her name, but chick from Flash we're going with. She played Dr. Light. There we go. And unfortunately, Miles Teller as our Red Ranger.
There
just
we
because
go.
I have to give him somebody off his list. So,
You mean Chloe Bennett.
yeah, but I'd go with that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
All right. Now we also did more research on the actual casting of the Rangers. right?
Exactly.
You have that list with us?
I have that.
All right.
And they did the same thing. It's young talent.
Okay.
Young people here. Pink Ranger, they had, where'd I put it? Right there. Pink Ranger, Naomi Scott. She's from the new movie The Martian with Matt Damon. She did a role in that.
Oh, there's other people in that movie?
Yep. And then, did you ever watch on Fox Terra Nova?
No, but I have been meaning to check it out.
She plays the daughter of the main character.
Okay.
So, and she's got that Pink Ranger look. I'm glad they went with her. Trini, the Yellow Ranger, they went with a girl named Rebecca Gomez. She doesn't do much acting. This is where I'm kind of nervous. She's one of those. She's a popular singer named Becky G. And
Becky G?
yeah, that's her singing name. Becky
Is she
G.
a rapper?
I don't know. Her name's Rebecca Gomez, and she goes by Becky G.
All right.
So it's kind of nerve-wracking for me. You do mostly singing. Now you're trying to pull off acting in this movie. We'll see how it goes. Billy, Blue Ranger, a guy named R.J. Seiler. Really, there's nothing he's done that I know of. There's like
I'm going to look it up for you right
5
now.
things, and they probably look like all independent films. Black Ranger, we have a guy named Ludi Lin. Again, nothing I can report that I've seen or heard of. And then our Red Ranger Jason, Dace Montgomery, same thing. So I literally feel with this cast, yes, they're young, but are we going to get the greatest acting that we can pull out of them?
I think we might, because you're absolutely right. I'm looking at their
rap sheet?
rap sheet, and I know a few things that some guys have done, but not a whole lot. So I think this is a really great cast, because it's not
this
a
is
lot
their
of big
big-
names, and this is going to probably make them or break them. So you are going to probably see a lot of epic acting.
I mean, this is their big break. It worked out in Star Wars Awakening. Rey, the girl who played Rey, that was her big. I looked her up. That was her big break movie.
Yep.
She's only done like 4 films. That was like the 4th one. That was her big break, and I thought she pulled off a great soon-to-be Jedi.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great cast.
So
it should
we'll
be
see.
good stuff.
Like I said, young cast. I like it.
All right, so let's move on forward. Keep on trucking. We are done with the Power Ranger stuff. Now we get to move on to our favorite universe. You just learned this word. Want to say it with me?
No,
It's the Flareoverse.
no, it's the Arrowverse.
Oh,
with
come on
spin-offs.
now.
It's the Arrowverse with
so-
spin-offs.
It's been a couple weeks in. We have seen Legend of Nerds. Legend of the Nerds. We have seen Legend of Nerds.
You know they got Legends of Tomorrow from us.
Legends of Tomorrow. Andy, have you seen this show yet?
Oh, I've watched
You
every
up to date?
episode of this show. You
Awesome.
really think I miss a CW
What
show?
do you think of this show?
The show is phenomenal.
You like it?
I'm loving this show.
All right.
I had my speculations because you're literally getting all these characters not really big name characters and putting them together, but it is fantastic.
It is a great show so far. I like it because they can do so much more with it. With them just jumping into their ship and flying through space and time, they can do a lot of cool stuff. And they are doing a lot of cool stuff so far. Right now, it seems, in my eyes, Ray Palmer is kind of the head.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Who do you think would be the lead?
It's Rip Hunter.
What? Rip Hunter is for me, he's a co-cast. He helps push the storyline forward.
Yep.
But I think Ray Palmer is the lead character.
If you want to go just by the 4 episodes we've seen so far, or 3 episodes,
Three episodes so far.
If I'm not saying anything about Rip, then I think it's Professor Stein.
I think Stein.
I think it's Stein. I mean, yes,
It is a toss-up between those two.
Stein, you don't see him when they fight evil because him and Jax form Firestorm. But Stein is the motivational speaker, I guess, of the group.
He is a motivational speaker. That's why I really think Ray Palmer is the leader of the group, honestly.
I still see Palmer / the Atom kind of as a joke a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, it's not because it's Brandon Roth. It's just his character doesn't make much sense to me right now.
You know what doesn't make much sense? Captain Cold
Makes perfect
and
sense.
Heatwave.
Makes perfect
Putting
sense.
2 villains in this show.
Perfect sense.
For me, I'm not really digging it as much. But, I mean, I went with Miller is an amazing actor.
The reason they're there, you are going back in time. They even explain this in the first episode. 2 super thieves going back in time, try to steal whatever they can. Why wouldn't they accept Rip
Because
Hunters?
they could have added so much more.
I
For instance, this would been a perfect place, and everyone's going to agree with me, Booster Gold could have been introduced in this part. Easy.
So you got 2 villains they're not, and you can't even really count right now Captain Cold as a super villain. He's kind of,
Just a villain.
well, he's here and there. He sometimes helps
Yeah.
Flash and sometimes doesn't. You need these 2 guys that are semi-villains in the show because you don't just want goody two-shoes all the time everywheres. And I can see them pulling off something where Heatwave or Captain Cold kind of pull themselves away from the other Legends of Tomorrow and go into maybe team with Savage on an episode or something like that.
Think so?
I do. You're not just going to have Vandal Savage as the same villain over
I know.
and
You gotta
over
do
and
something
over.
different. I mean, if we want this show to last longer, we're gonna have to see a lot more come out of it.
This is why, like, for instance, flipping the switch here, since we're talking the Arrowverse, I'm saying, in Arrow, for instance, right now with Diggle's brother Andy, you don't think that's going to come back to haunt the Arrow team?
He's definitely gonna be some sort of
Right now, he's helping the Arrow team.
yeah.
Later on, he's going to be against them. So that's where I see Legends of Tomorrow maybe happening.
Of course, that's gonna happen. So yeah, they're gonna add a lot more guys, which is fantastic. Like I said, I heard Jonah Hex is set to appear on the show, which is fantastic.
Yeah, which I think you said you heard episode 6, so that's just down the road.
No, episode 6 was a different one. I'll talk about that after.
Okay.
This is gonna be way later on, I think.
Okay.
I don't even think I think it's barely casted as Jonah Hex. You know, if you haven't seen Jonah Hex, there's actually a movie out there. Jonah Hex is a cowboy superhero. He can touch the dead, bring them back to life for a couple minutes to have a conversation, and that's it. He's also a great marksman, too.
Which makes sense to me when you brought that up, because if anybody hasn't kept up with Legends of Tomorrow, here's a spoiler: Hawkman dies in the latest episode. He gets stabbed by Vandal Savage and dies. So maybe they bring Jonah Hex back and talk to him a little bit. Maybe. Yes, they buried his body, but
You know what? That's actually a good thought. Maybe. It's possible.
or because they regenerate, maybe he dies in the Wild West and Jonah talks to him there, something like that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But
They definitely could be
I did-
doing something.
I did get
like
a little
that.
irritated though with them killing off Carter, Hawkeye,
I didn't like him.
too early. Nah.
Not really.
I really didn't know who he was until people started talking about him. I always know Hawk Girl. Never
Yeah.
really realized there was a hawk guy also.
Yeah. It's in one of the movies, one of the Justice League cartoon movies.
Yep.
Yeah. I never liked Hawkeye, anyways. Hawkman, Hawker. I don't know.
Carter.
Carter. I didn't like him. I'm glad he's dead. Fantastic. No loss. But the episode you're talking about, episode 6, which is, I can tell you right now, we're 3 episodes away, it's already going to be my favorite episode.
Okay.
Because they're introducing a future Oliver Queen. Not just the Oliver Queen that we know now,
Okay, yeah.
but we're talking about the one-armed goatee Oliver Queen.
I know, you said you're looking forward to this goatee-looking Oliver.
Yeah, because, I mean, you see the Green Arrow, and you're like, goatee, mask, he looks like a Frenchman, that kind of thing. And we're going to see that in episode 6. Is what I've been reading. So hopefully that goes right. But we're going to see the one arm. That means that right there is going to change the future of Arrow right there. This end episode is going to change the Flareverse,
Yep.
which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they've got in the past every episode so far. They've only gone to like 75 and 86, so.
Yeah, yep.
And then Rip, before he formed the team, went all the way back to ancient Egypt, but
Yeah,
tried to
that's
kill
right.
Savage before he got his powers, but yeah, maybe they'll go into the future more.
That would be kind of cool to see. Speaking of that, what do you think we're going to see in season 2?
It's hard for me to say after only 3 episodes.
3 episodes now. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if we're going to see a season 2. I would like to, but I think it's going to be more of a mini-series TV show
Yep.
than anything.
Well, it's hard because your main villain is Vandal Savage.
Exactly.
So once you kill him, who are you gonna get?
Yeah.
I did want to bring up before we talk about something else though.
Okay.
It was my favorite quote in the trailer prior to this airing, and then he finally said it in the latest episode, Rip Savage. Do you know what that quote is? It's a very iconic quote.
Rip Savage?
Yep, he said it to the team.
Rip Savage.
Rip Hunter, I mean. Sorry. Do you know what that quote is?
I think I know you're going to this.
He told the
He
team.
has seen Men of Steel fall and Dark Knights.
No, it's I have seen Man of Steel break. 'Cause
Yeah,
Steel
okay.
breaks.
Yep.
And Dark Knights fall.
Yeah.
That to me
I caught that.
was a great
I caught that.
quote. Because in the future, Vandal Savage now has killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we all know Superman basically lives forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Vandal Savage broke him. And we know Batman passes on his legacy to other people.
Yeah.
That to me was an amazing quote and makes me wonder, when you just brought up season 2, maybe season 2, they might introduce a Superman and a Batman.
I doubt it.
How awesome would that be?
I think the whole Flareverse would go crazy.
You want, what's his name, Tom Welling to show back up somewheres?
I've heard Tom Welling show up on our next topic, actually.
But what I'm getting at before we say this, CW Tom Welling
I
relationship.
know. Everybody is talking about
I
this.
mean, everyone thought he was going to show up in Flash.
Still could happen.
Exactly. So,
All right, let's jump on to our next topic, which is fantastic. It's
staying in the DC
I have
universe.
not actually seen this one show yet.
Love this show.
Not sure if you have or not. I've heard stuff about it. It's Supergirl.
I love this show. I have not missed one episode of this show.
In particular, I'm talking about the news of it is the Supergirl Flash crossover
Episode 18.
Okay.
We're at, I think, 14 right now.
Episode 14 now? So they're probably filming it then.
They're right there. It's going to happen in the next month or so.
That's crazy. So Supergirl, anybody who's not familiar with this show, some of the characters in it, Jimmy Olsen's in it, which I find weird, which I'm glad they put Jimmy Olsen in it. I have no problem with him being a black dude at all. I think it's fantastic.
And it's an older Jimmy Olsen. It's not a younger Jimmy
Yeah.
Olsen that we've seen in the past.
Right.
He's full-grown adult.
Yep. Because everyone has issues like, oh, we need more races in these movies, you know?
He's tall, too. He's like
shows.
6'5".
If you're going to change a race on a character, Jimmy Olsen's the perfect one to do. He's the perfect one.
Well,
Fantastic.
The New Adventures of Superman, for instance, they changed him in the series.
Yeah.
2 different guys play him.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But it's still, I mean, it's fine, you know? From white guy to black guy, perfectly fine. I think it's a great call.
yeah.
Then you have John Jones came in, which is fantastic, 'cause I'm a huge Manhunter fan anyways.
I did not see that coming.
A lot of people didn't. I heard
not
that was
see
a
that coming.
huge, that was like the big pop moment in the show, I heard. You know, and And then what? Red Tornado.
Red Tornado, they have pulling off a character from Superman. Superman has his own weird clone named Bizarro. Gave it to Kara also. And hers is named Bizarro.
Yeah.
The Toy Man, one of Superman's villains.
Yeah, the villains now.
Yeah, because Kara's friend Win, that's his father. They introduced in an episode a couple weeks ago. So we have that. We have Cat Grant. She's Kara's boss. She owns Catco. It's like the Daily Planet, but
Yeah, she was in
National City.
She was in what's the Clark New Adventures of Superman 2.
I didn't know she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they point that out. She was.
Yeah, she's
his.
She's a good character.
Yeah, one of Perry White's editors.
Yep.
And instead of Lois Lane, we have her sister Lucy Lane, who is in a relationship with Jimmy. So. I think it's a great cast. I had my speculations in the beginning about the show. Am I going to like it? I love it.
You liking it so far?
Yeah. Even Dean Cain, for instance, former Superman, makes cameo appearances here and there.
That's cool. Dean's awesome.
I mean, he's dead in the series. He dies off, but and he's in the flashbacks because he partnered with John Jones in an episode because he saved John. John repaid him on his dying wish to look after my daughters.
Okay.
So he's been looking after Kara and her stepsister, Alex.
Nice. All right.
It's a great show.
Right on.
The main villain, though, is Kara's aunt from Krypton. Her name
The
is...
Kryptonian is the main villain.
Yes. Her name is Astra. Kara's mother, Alora, and Astra are twins, so the actress can play both characters.
Of course. Why not?
They use the same gimmick in Superman, where his father comes up in like a hologram all the time to talk to him. So Kara's does too. But Astra was sentenced to live in this fortress out in the middle of space. And
Well, let's jump back to what we want to talk about is the Flash Supergirl crossover part
which I'm looking forward
of the
to
news.
so much.
What do you think the villain's going to be? Do you know anything about it?
From what I've read, I know that the reason Barry is coming to National City is not because, let me run to this city and help you out. Supergirl's universe is on another Earth, like Earth 3 now. So it's in a totally different universe. You know how we can go to Earth 2?
Wait. So Supergirl universe is set on Earth 3?
I don't know if they're going to call it Earth 3, but I know he goes to another universe. Her universe is different than his universe.
Oh, that is trippy.
So that's how he's going to get to Supergirl.
Oh, that works out perfect. Spoiler report for you guys. Spoiler. The last Flash episode. At the end of the episode, have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Well, I know you said one you didn't
No.
see yet. You all caught up now? Okay,
I'm all caught up.
When Flash says, we're going to Earth 2, that is going to probably start. Oh, that is awesome.
That could be Earth 2, could be where he goes into Supergirl.
That is good.
Because, I mean, they're setting up perfectly.
I'm telling you, CW is just...
Well, the reason...
Those right,
the
man,
reason,
they're amazing.
because Supergirl isn't part of CW. It's on
it's
CBS.
CBS, yeah.
But the only reason it's working is because the director and producer of Flash and Arrow is hired on by CBS to work on Supergirl. And he even said, I'm trying to get them to do mashups and crossovers. And it paid off.
Yeah. Even if it's just that one-time cross episode,
and that's what I always say. I hate when different studios, like for instance Marvel and Sony, finally getting together to do Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you want to make the big bucks, you do that. You come together. Yes, you're different brands, different studios, but come together and do the right thing. It's part of the DC universe. There, you want to see it, or part of the Marvel universe, and you want to see it.
You probably only have to see it once, you know, and that's perfect, you know.
Crossover episodes are always great. People love them.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to National City, episode 18.
I wonder if we're gonna see that in CW too, like his part of it.
Could be.
That'd be nice to see.
We'll see in about a month.
Yep.
But that is why he's going to National City. I don't know who he's going to fight over there.
Maybe some sort of metahuman or something, huh?
Could be. I don't know. All I know is different universe than his.
Oh, you know, it'd be awesome. Oh, Zoom went over there too.
Could be.
Chasing Zoom. Oh.
Maybe that's where the Reverse Flash lived before.
Maybe.
It could be anything. That's why it's getting me to think that
Dude, that's
in the preview of Flash, they state Caitlin Snow states that they could be stuck there for a while, and it shows Jay Garrick kind of getting his speed back a little in Earth 1.
Right
and
on, yeah.
And he grabs the helmet off the statue. Might make me think in a lot of the Flash episodes now, he might be stuck in Earth 2 for a while.
okay.
So, but what I'm looking forward to the most is Killer Frost.
Yes, we should be seeing her in the next couple episodes here.
Yep. So,
Which would be fantastic to see. Yeah, so there's our news of Supergirl Flash Gordon episodes. We will do more updates on our Facebook site when we get the news coming to us, right? Now we have a little bit of sad news. Well, it's kind of sad and it's kind of happy too.
only you would think sad news is happy news.
Well, this is sad news, but it's also happy news, I think. I'm talking about the Teen Titans show. They're making a live action one,
Exactly.
but it got canceled. That's kind of sad, but it's kind of good too.
The thing
It's kind of good too.
irritates me so much is though just constant talk about this show hitting TNT, and TNT is a decent station for TV shows.
Yeah.
But for the last 3-4 years, that's all I've been hearing is Teen Titan, and now we shot it down.
Well, here's what
After they
happened.
casted everybody too.
Here's what happened. They finally got the script done. People at TNT Studios read the script, and they're like, this isn't the direction we want to go. Which either the script was really crap, or they just don't like money, because all the money is in these comic book shows right now.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, that's probably where it's going, I think. But that's the kind of bad news. The good news is that CW could pick it up.
They should.
If they did pick it up, we're going to see more of the Flareverse expand more, which would be awesome.
I guess you could say really your sad part is you're just not going to see Nightwing on the big stage yet. Still.
Not yet. But if they're going to do Nightwing, I want to see it done correctly. So I'm glad they canceled it. Make sure they do it correctly this time. Let's talk about the cast that they were going to do.
Okay.
All right. They did have a cast lined up. It was going to be Robin at first, and then Nightwing is going to come in at the end of the pilot episode, I heard.
Yep.
And it's going to be Dick Grayson. It's not going to be Tim Drake. It's not going to be Damian Wayne. It's going to be...
And that's what I like. Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
He's the one.
Yeah. So they're going to do that. Then they're going to have Hawk and Dove, which I'm not sure if you know them too much.
I have not a clue who Hawk and Dove are.
All right. Yeah, they're okay characters. I mean, they've done like 1 or 2 episodes in the Justice League Ultimate episodes. You know, that one. They had Raven and Starfire with Oracle in it as the computer hack. Yeah, so Barbara Gordon was going to be in it.
There was a cyborg too.
Not in this one. They were thinking about bringing Cyborg and Beast Boy in, like later on in the season, but originally that was the lineup.
That would have been dumb. Cyborg to me, you need the cyborg.
I think that's probably partially why TNT's like, the script is the cast, no, can't do that. Now, you remember your original Teen Titans, right? What was your original Teen Titans?
The animation from back when I watched, you had Robin, Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, and Cyborg.
Exactly. And
then you had like Titans East later on down the road.
yes, Titan East, led by
Speedy.
Speedy. Exactly right. Which is a cool team, and I think if they did do a huge universe, they could do that in this too, which would be great.
Now, my problem is, I know you're really excited if CW takes this. The thing is, if they do, we're not going to see it for a while, though.
Which is fine. Let them take their time. Let the writers take their time writing a great script. Because I love Arrow, love The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. I'm starting to love it. So let them take the time to get all their pins lined up correctly to do the show. I think that's the best way to do it.
True.
But let's start with the leader, though. Robin. Do you think it should be Robin, or do you think it should be Nightwing?
I don't think it should be Nightwing. I like when I hear Teen Titans, I think kids, teens, coming around there. And I don't really feel like he didn't turn into Nightwing until he's more in his adult years.
Yeah.
And when you think Teen Titans, you think Robin.
I think they need to do it 2 ways, all right? Oh, 1 way, actually. I think they should have Robin in there, but it should not be Dick Grayson. I think they should either put Tim Drake down or Damian Wayne.
Well,
Because that way, Dick Grayson is free for a Nightwing cameo in other episodes.
it's funny that you mention that because we mentioned the CW does a great job pulling off DC's idea of what the TV show should be.
Yeah.
Right now, in the DC world in animation, with the new movie Bad Blood coming out, or is already out, Damian Wayne is the new Robin. Dick Grayson is an adult. He's Nightwing.
Yeah.
The following movie after this Bad Blood is Teen Titans.
Right.
And Damian Wayne is the Robin in Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And Dick Grayson is the Nightwing in the Teen Titans.
I don't know why they keep skipping Tim Drake, though. I mean, Tim Drake was a good Robin. He really was.
Well, unless they think he's messed up right now because the whole Joker thing in the Batman Beyond, if they want to add that into the whole universe.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Batman Beyond is going to be mixed in at all.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they should add Tim Drake somewhere.
I think it's because you have...
I mean, they even touched up on Jason Todd.
I think it's because, like I said, when you think Robin, anyone who knows a little bit about DC, I think if they see Robin, they think Dick Grayson. Even in the movies, with Chris O'Donnell, he plays Dick Grayson. And then when you want to talk about Batman's son, that's, I think, the next biggest one is Damian.
Right.
I think they're 1 and 2. So I think that's why they didn't want to go off track and all these different Robins showing up here and there.
I think with the networks making these shows, they could just dig deep down and grab those characters out and it'd be fine.
But it could be, too, it's a start of a new saga, kind of. Because you have all these DC animation movies. There's like over 20 of them. And some of them coexist with another.
Yep.
And then sometimes they go off the beaten path and start a new little saga.
Right.
And this new saga has been, obviously, Son of Batman, Batman vs. Robin, now Bad Blood, and the Teen Titans one will add into after
Which is
what happens with
all
Bad Blood.
fine, Danny, but we're talking about the live action stuff, though. I want to see some live action storyline with the Robins, you know? I don't mind them skipping Dick Grayson as a Robin. That's fine. Let's go forward, but make him automatically put into Nightwing. But we could do a Jason Todd and we could do a Tim Drake because, I mean, Jason Todd he does pick up a villain mask, you know, the Red Hood. So you could do that with Tim Drake trying to take him down,
Which,
which would be fine. That would be a great storyline to do in one of the episodes.
which it gets to my heart, what I want to see, how you want to see your live-action Robins. I want to see my live-action Batman Beyond.
Oh,
And
how great would that
if they did, because ever since Batman Beyond animation, they've talked about it for so long, they just haven't pulled the trigger. And in Batman Beyond, in the animation, not just the movie, but the TV series, they mentioned the multiple Robins. Because
Do you think they could do that now, though?
if they did it,
Now that they introduced a Damian Wayne, do you really think there's any room for Tim McGinnis in this universe now?
I could see it.
Because, don't you think Damian Wayne would pick up the Batman cowl?
What if he goes back to Ra's al Ghul? And his mother, Talia.
Are we talking about animated, or are we talking about
Anything. I mean,
live action stuff?
anything. It depends. Do you want your live actions interacting with your animations?
No,
They
I
don't all the time.
I don't.
When you go to live action, then sometimes they pick up on their own storyline. To me, in the
wanna see the
in the
Titans
DC
in-
universe, I'm a big fan of the Batman Beyond, where you are with the Teen Titans. So I'm just they don't
I
have
love
to
Batman Beyond,
coexist.
too.
They don't have to coexist. I'm just saying, Batman Beyond. We've been talking about. I think they've been talking about pulling the trigger on that a lot longer than Teen Titans.
Really have.
And Will Friedle has even stated he wants to be in,
Yeah.
to do something with it.
I think he probably should do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. It depends on what network I guess picks it up. You know, if the Teen Titan is gonna be picked up by CW, I'm not really sure if they can do a Terry McGinnis in this anywhere else. Then again, we could see Terry McGinnis show up in a future episode of Legends of Tomorrow. they could go to the future and they could bring a Batman in, and it could be that Batman,
Good.
which would be kind of cool to see, right?
I'd be flipping my lid.
Because people want to see Batman in the small screen anyways. What better way to do it than bring up Batman Beyond instead? That way, you don't really see Bruce Wayne. You see Terry McGinnis
Which makes
anyways.
sense with my quote where I've seen Dark Knights fall.
Yeah.
We do know in the DC universe there's Bruce Wayne's not the only Batman.
Somewhere's in there's a Batman and a Superman. It might be kind of nice to see.
And just to give you this, remember there is, a Teen Titans in Batman Beyond. Terry McGinnis becomes part of the not the Teen Titans, the Justice League.
Yeah, he becomes part of the Justice
League, but
Yeah.
could be a Teen Titan somewhere's in there.
Could be. I mean, it possibly could be.
Yep.
You know? So that's pretty much all the news I have on Teen Titans right now. That's my outtake on what they should do with the Titans. Bring it over to the CW network. That's all you see.
Who would have ever thought I know you're probably going to tell me you did, but who out there really would have ever thought the CW would have become this big brand that it is today?
You know, after watching Smallville, I was like, this network is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. I didn't think they were going to go this far, though. I mean, CW is a really cool network. They have a lot of cool shows on there.
Like we say every time when we talk about these subjects, the reason is because they're taking from what we know in the comic books and putting it on the big screen.
Yeah.
They're not half-assing it or anything like that. They're doing the right. They're writing the script the right way.
Yep.
And the actors are acting the right way.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh well, here's your actor, here's your character you're playing, but go a whole different way of what they don't do.
Yeah, we can't be doing that. And I think let CW handle it.
Which
their writers are great.
I know before when you mentioned you don't like the Transformers. Well, I'll say in the fourth one when they introduced the Dinobots, that ties into what I mean. To me, the Dinobots were way too big compared to what.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Where we're going to introduce them, but we're not going to go what they should be. And that's why I'm saying the CW is doing it the right way.
The problem with Michael Bay is that he wants to go bigger instead of making things just better. Mm-hmm. CW writers are making things better. Well, what about bigger later? Kind of a deal,
Exactly. And I mean, even Arrow right now, it's in season 4, and whatever they're doing is right. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll go bigger later, but no, we're keeping it the same a little bit, and fans are enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it is Monday, February 8th. We just had the Super Bowl. I'm assuming you watched it.
Of course I did.
I did not watch it. Any highlights, updates you want to give us on that game?
Well, we all know if you haven't watched it, the Denver Broncos versus Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. Denver Broncos won. Peyton Manning wins his second Super Bowl title. Hasn't announced if he's going to retire, but I'll put my life savings on that he will.
Think he'll retire?
Oh, he's going to go out on top. You win the Super Bowl, you retire as a champion.
So.
But here today, I have to congratulate the Denver Broncos winning the Super Bowl and Von Miller as our MVP of the Super Bowl, which made me so excited because playing football myself, I play defense. Finally, someone on defense wins the MVP. Mm-hmm. Defense never gets the credit they deserve.
Right.
Usually it's always someone like the quarterback or the running back. Defense dominated that game. Congratulations, Von Miller. I know you're watching.
Why wouldn't he watch, right?
Who cares about going to Disney World after you win the Super Bowl?
Quick, more sports news. I just read this today, and tonight you can watch it again on a Raw episode tonight, and if you want to, and let me know what happened. But I heard Daniel Bryan is retiring. He popped on Twitter.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
He's retiring. He popped on his Twitter today. He's coming to Raw tonight.
I heard he was coming to Raw.
Yeah.
But, so we'll see.
So on his Twitter, he announced his retirement.
If that's true, it's a sad loss.
Everybody is all, wah. I'm like, what? We haven't seen him in 2 years. Who cares? At this point in time, who cares? If he showed up every day and did, like, funny things like Edge Christian used to do all the time, I'd be like, oh, that's too bad. He's me a great loss. You haven't seen the guy in 2 years.
Who cares? We got AJ Styles now, so.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
It's about that time, though, unfortunately.
Yes, we are all out of time.
So, again, like we always mention, we're sad to leave you, but we'll be back for another week in another week or so for another great episode. But you can always watch every one of our episodes on our YouTube page. Please subscribe to it at Legends of the Nerds. We have every single episode on there, even some of our all-time favorites like Comic-Con, which we'll be going to again this year. Also, don't forget, we have a Facebook page, Legends of the Nerds. Like and follow us there for every little detail about this show and every others, and every trailer that we might post on there. And you can follow this guy right here on Twitter. You want to give him your Twitter handle?
It's at Coolin Man. I do all my Twitter stuff there.
Live tweets during the show,
All
after the
stuff
show.
from our Facebook stuff. All of our articles that we write be on both pages, so you guys can read and enjoy all that stuff.
Exactly. So remember, everyone out there in Nerdland, don't forget, stay nerdy.